Now, who could argue that all those boats out there are not a pretty scene? And it's common knowledge that boats, whether a pleasure craft or a large commercial vessel, all share one common challenge. And it's not a pretty scene. Oily, messy bilge water. The most common approach has been up until now using these bilge booms or these socks. Now they have limited absorption, but they still do some of the job. Let's take a look by putting these in this oily water and we'll watch and see just how this works. Okay, now let's take a look at what happens when we cut these open after they've been soaking for some time. And by the way, you can see where they only are reaching at the point of contact, which is very narrow. As you can see, most of the material is wasted. Absorption only happens in a very limited amount at the point of contact with this material, which is either cellulose or cotton byproduct or some other kind of material. It varies from device to device. And then we have this bilge boom as opposed to the sock, and we'll cut it open and we'll inspect it and see how it does. Now here again, you can see that most of the material in it has been wasted. It goes, if you look at all the way to the center, a lot of the material is just not being used up. It doesn't have the ability to penetrate or to absorb into the center as it needs to. Now there's a much better way, and it's much more cost effective. Introducing the Oilinator Bilge Boom Sock. It's named that because it works better than both. Oilinator Bilge Boom Sock is the overachiever, made from 100% recycled sorbent material right here in the USA. It lays flat. It has a much greater surface exposure than either of these two, and it just takes up a lot more of what it's trying to achieve here. It's where the absorption is needed. It's doing its job. It's where the rubber meets the road. Okay, we're going to remove the Oilinator Bilge Boom Sock now from the water, and it's taken up most of the oil already. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to cut it open and see how it does. Now, as you can see here, the difference in the color from what barely got absorbed here versus this oil fully engaged by this bilge boom sock of ours. So the outer shell absorbs and wicks it to the ingredient inside, which is our proprietary compound. Now, compare. Which is going to work better for you? This one, where you have a lot of waste? This one, where you have a lot of waste? Or the Oilinator Bilge Boom Sock? Better, faster, less money. Okay, now just one final thing. I'm going to do a little hand cleanup. You can see my hands are really covered with oil. And this is our Spillinex active ingredient that's inside that bilge boom sock. And I want you to see how, without any solvents or any chemicals or soap, anything, oil's gone. It's a magnificent product. Oilinator Bilge Boom Socks are fast working, very high capacity. They're low cost and easy to use. They have grommets on each end for easy linking together. See for yourself what Forbes magazine, ESPN magazine, CNN Money News, and many others are saying about us. Just go to monarchgreen.com, then click on the video tab, and also click on the In the News tab to see what everyone is talking about. You'll be glad you do. Better, faster, less money. Oilinator Super Sorbent Mats are the better mousetrap, and Oilinator Bilge Boom Socks are indeed the best product for you to have in your bilge.